Hey guys, and welcome back to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It just occurs to me that we're like 4 parts deep into this playthrough and we still have not addressed who actually made the game. And I feel kind of like a jerk because it's a really well made game, so I think props should be given where props are deserved. So, the people behind Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and the other Mario and Luigi games is none other than Alpha Dream. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really played any of their other non-Mario and Luigi games, but they are responsible for stuff like Tomato Adventure. They did some Hamtaro games, and that's pretty much it. I believe they started on Game Boy Color. They were founded in January of 2000. Back then they were known as Alpha Star. This is interesting. Several members of their staff were notable staff from Square.
Oh, really? That's neat. I don't think I've heard of that before.
Yeah, so they had RPG experience, to say the least. I guess that's why they were able to so easily create an RPG surrounded by, like, Nintendo, like, properties and such.
Yeah, I hope Luigi gets a lot of points!
Oh no, it's a 1! All the players are fucking jackass.
Oh, well, I guess Luigi will make do!
I like your version of Luigi the best.
Yeah, he sounds a lot more nasally, I just noticed.
Oh, Mario, looks like somebody's retaining water.
You know, I have to talk again about, like, Alpha Dream being the developers of this game. I believe, like you said, they made another game called Tomato Adventure, and that game in particular was kind of the one that was sort of like a proto Superstar Saga in a way, where it kind of introduced some of the, art style and, design ideas that they eventually brought to this game and refined and things like that. Now, I don't really think they make shit anymore besides the Mario and Luigi games. Like, look, make no mistake, I like Alpha Dream. Like, I think, even with how much I dislike Paper Jam and things like that, I have a feeling that was more editorial mandate from, like, Miyamoto than anything, than, like, the developer. Because I really do think Alpha Dream does make good games. I just don't think they make any different stuff these days besides the Mario and Luigi RPGs. Kind of like how Game Freak doesn't really make games besides Pokemon and, like, Drill Dozer every so often.
Well, they have the Pokemon games, which the Pokemon company, wants them to make, because obviously it brings in the big bucks, but then you get, like, a Drill Dozer, or stuff like Pulse Man back in the day, and, yeah, but it's true about Alpha Dream, they're pretty much like work for hire Mario and Luigi vets at this point in time, and I've got to be honest, Alpha Dream has a better track record than Intelligent Systems, the people behind, the Paper Mario games. I'm sorry, but at this point there's more good Mario and Luigi games than there are Paper Mario games. Haven't played Color Splash yet, so I'm not including that in the mix, but I have played Sticker Star from beginning to end, and I'll tell you my opinion of that without actually talking about the game proper. Nowhere else in the game was its quality exemplified that when the credits started to roll, the game crashed and took me back to the 3DS's menu.
I still think that's possibly the most beautiful thing that happened to you when you played a game. No, serious, no joke. That's perfect. Like, you can't plan that. That just happens, and it's beautiful and perfectly describes Sticker Star, in my opinion.
I really wanted to listen to the credits music as well, because if you heard Color Splash's credits theme, it's off the fucking chain!
I have not heard that, and because I don't plan to buy Color Splash. Fuck that. But yeah, I will definitely have to check that out later on YouTube. Yeah,
I'll show you after we're done recording here, but in the meantime, we have to prove our worth before we can reach the summit of Hoohoo Mountain. And you know what that means? It's time for a required minigame.
Again, this one isn't too bad, but you know my general distaste for them in general. Again, this one's pretty easy to handle, though.
We've got to collect spirits. We've got to collect 10 spirits, in fact, in 30 seconds. Do not fall off when using the spin jump, or you'll have to do it again. And, pay attention to, like, the edges of these platforms, because it is so easy to fall off. Not judging how far the spin jump is going to take you. You, just crash down to the floor in the middle of, 2 platforms and whatnot. I've done it many a time. I'm not going to judge you if you guys have had the same experience.
Alright, might as well bring this up now that we are doing this in 2016. Hoohoo has a Donald Trump haircut, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Well, that certainly would have made the debates very different if he said to Hillary, oh, you must collect the 7 crystal wigs within the time limit or you lose the debate.
Oh, you'll be stuck in deep diggery-doo!
Oh, okay, here we go.
This boss isn't too bad. Really, his main gimmick is that he likes to hide between these different pillars. The trick is just to break them and then get it to a point where he tries to transfer into the next pillar. But if it's broken, he won't be able to do it, and that will leave him vulnerable to counterattack. Other than that, shoots lasers, pretty easy to dodge. Attack's not too bad when he's out of the pillar. So just, save your brother's attacks for when he's vulnerable.
As you can see here, I actually forgot what the strategy was, but basically, like Helldragon said, is attack the pillar he's not under first, and then attack the pillar he's hiding under, because as you see here, when he goes back, only one regenerates and he's not under it, so he's ripe for the pickings.
But right then, he likes to do the sweep attack, so again, you want to make sure to press the button that it's going to hit the brother first, and then the other button after that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's easy. How did you fare against this guy back in the day? I had a little bit of trouble, like, dodging the laser, but really it's like the ball on the end that you have to look out for, and not, the beam itself. Oh, we're going advance!
Oh, are you gonna do it in this fight?
Oh, well, sadly no, I needed some time to learn it, but don't you worry, you'll be seeing it before long, and I'm talking like in a couple of parts' time.
Now, this game actually has, I think secret moves and secret advances that I never really got when I played this game. There's, some other requirements you have to do for that kind of thing. But, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check those out again because I don't even remember what those are.
There are definitely secret moves, and they're I think they're locked behind minigames, don't quote me on that, but yeah, they are tricky to get. I'll try and, show off everything move-wise in the game for your guys' amusement.
Thank you.
Well, I wasn't saying about you specifically, I was talking about the audience, but...
Well, I'm sort of the audience in its own way. I'm sitting here as an audience watching this with you.
Alright, Mr. Pedant. Why attack Mario twice? He's some kind of red racist.
Man, the Chozo have been really offensive so far to me during this playthrough, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh Jesus, deliver me from this lack of epic bants. Okay, Horace, it's time to go to fucking hell. Oh, he's not done yet. Man, he is I was going to say versatile there, but that's not the right word. Durable guy, there you go.
Well, you have to give him some credit. For a statue made of rock, he certainly breathes a lot, which is always unsettling.
I think, the enemy or boss dying animation in Superstar Saga is probably one of my favourites, because in a lot of the other games, especially the later ones, they sort of explode, but then they just fade out. No, in here, they fucking, go off like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, and it feels really good after you defeat a tough boss to just have that bitch completely blow up, and you're like, yeah!
Luigi's like, yeah, that's what I fucking told you would happen.
So, I thought he was picking his nose, but it kind of looks like he's pointing at the camera and saying, I'm coming for you!
You best play me right. Don't go for HP every time, you know what you're doing. Secret mushroom, my favourite.
Well, I don't know. Normal mushroom tastes pretty good. Secret mushroom is usually the kind of mushroom you find at the back of the fridge. Ew. 6 months later, it's a secret.
Oh, that's not secret, that's disgusting.
Man, that actually reminds me of some of the food I actually had kind of spoiling a little bit, because recently, as of this recording, Hurricane Matthew had gone up through the area I'm at, and naturally it makes sense that I'm named a hurricane, because I hit hard and I blow out fast in most cases. So I actually had to kind of go back and kind of buy all my food again, and that's just what that reminds me of.
Okay, well there you go, an anecdote from THD. What's these guys from Super Mario World?
I always know that they're from another Mario game, but I never really remember it, because I have actually not played a lot of Super Mario World, I'll be honest with you guys, so it always kind of slips my mind.
That was my first Mario game, I believe, Super Mario All-Stars Plus World, as I've mentioned many of a time in other Let's Plays. It may have been Mario Land, I'm not sure. I know which one I completed first, though, and it definitely wasn't fucking Mario Land.
I do know it's important to prioritize those guys, to at least hit them once to knock them down a peg, literally. Because when you do, they shrink down, and if they're at full height and they try to ram you, you can't jump over it and you'll get hit. So make sure to at least bring them down a little bit first. Okay,
we've cleared the way, so it's time to go search for some water, because we've got to create some more tornadoes right here.
Again, good thing he decided to bring a lack of water to this desertous, mountainous area.
Well, what do you expect? You have to buy bottles at the bean store specifically for creating mass amounts of wind. You mad? You crazy? Get out of here! This meeting's over.
Now, you'll notice that there are actually, throughout the floor, in some of these areas, we find little circles with, like, X's on them. Now, we can't do anything about those now, but a move later on will give you a reason to come back and revisit those areas to access what's underneath.
I may or may not do that. It kind of depends on whether I get the amount of, like, coffee creation beans that I need, you know, naturally through fighting and finding them in, like, blocks and such, but we'll see. We'll see. I won't show it on camera, so to speak, so don't worry about that.
Personally, I didn't worry too much about it. Like, if it was in the way and I had the move, I got it. But if it wasn't, you know, I wasn't gonna backtrack all the way just to get that one bean.
We're getting really near the summit now. What do you think is going to be at the top, mate?
Well, I know what's going to be at the top because I've played this game several times, but I understand that you're trying to ask a question to keep the conversation going like this. So, I'm going to assume that Blabba, that man, is up there, possibly with mountainous treats. That'd be nice, right?
I could go for a mountainous treat right now, honestly.
What would a mountainous tree be? Rock candy? There you go. Okay, it's a rock candy joke.
Well, thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next part. Get out.
Luigi did it. Shut up, Luigi.
I did it. I bring honor to Mario's name.
Yeah, I imagine in, like, the Mario family, like, family reunions are awkward because nobody wants to talk to Luigi.
That's gotta be a bit of a bitch. Like, he's already in Mario's shadow being the younger brother, and he is the younger brother despite the fact that he's, like, taller. But to have your second name be your older brother's first name is a bit of a bitch.
Is that canon? I think it is canon, where, like, his last name is literally Mario.
Well, they're the Mario Bros. What else could it be? And to be honest, I think Nintendo just rolls with it these days. So, you know what? They're Mario, and Luigi Mario.
I have a feeling like Nintendo lets them get away with writing particular lines if it doesn't infringe on too much canon. Like, you know, all the various jokes they make, and, like, the various RPGs. If it doesn't infringe on anything major, then they're like, fuck it, go ahead and write it.
Oh yeah, wouldn't want to disrupt Mario's deep, luscious personality now, would we? Who can forget when he started writing sonnets for Peach? That just told me so much about his character, and then the following RPG, they made him out to be, like, book dumb. Oh, just complete contradictions.
You know, I'm starting to actually think some of that is true and some of that is fake. I don't remember enough about Mario lore.
Well, that's how good at commentary I am, mate. Oh, look at this. A nice aerial view of the Bean Kingdom. A lot smaller than I remember.
Look at all these dungeons we're gonna visit eventually.
Right, yeah. Okay, a save block can mean only one thing. It's time to make sure we're tooled up because the boss fight's coming.
Or, you know, it's just giving you a break, but again, yeah, it's probably a boss fight.
I know a boss fountain when I see one. There might not be any, like, item blocks around here that I can see or bother to find, but I know a boss encounter room when I see one.
I'm watching you, Tom! Don't fuck it up!
I'm sorry, Luigi. I'll do my best, sir.
That's not good enough! Okay, that is clearly Lavos from Chrono Trigger. Come on, man.
Seriously? Thought we, like, jumped games for a second there.
It's glowing very sinisterly. I wouldn't touch it nor be anywhere near it. Although, I'm pretty sure this is the thing they used to make the stand arrows in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, I went and worried them again. Well, I'm sorry, they should invest in, like, a taxi service, okay?
You know, admittedly, without a character to speak for the Mario Brothers, a lot of the people in this game do sort of repeat what they said, which I can understand why that sort of gets annoying after a while.
It works, though, it works.
Yeah, it's fine. And again, I like it better when they explain things via pictures anyway, because I feel that fits the tone of the series.
Oh, Lavos is coming, boys, he's coming.
Oh good, it's 1999 all over again. Thanks, Prince.
Oh, Lavos, you're looking a lot more green and crocodile-like.
But meanwhile, let's journey with this block as it travels downstream in order to mate.
It's so happy to be going down a waterfall.
Oh, well, I sort of fucked up here. Bye, guys.
Well, see you, blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-done.
Looks like Blabadon's blasting off again!
Yeah, I can never remember how to say his name properly. It's either Blabadon or Blabanadon.
I think you're just supposed to say it however, and it's funny.
This boss gave me some troubles, like in my initial run of the game. That much I remember. Pro tip though, if he rears his head up, he's gonna fire at Mario. If he lowers his head, he's gonna fire at Luigi, so watch out.
After a while, he'll actually spit up an egg and stand on it, and you'll want to be breaking that egg as soon as you can in order to disable some of his other attacks.
He can be pretty deadly if you allow him to build up steam. Otherwise, make sure you break the platform when he spits it up, like right here, for example, and just keep wailing on him. Make sure you have some syrups handy to keep your BP high, and, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. Omelets, anyone? Ha 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 ha!
Keep piling on that pressure. If you do have access to Splash Bros Advance at this point in time, I recommend using it. But Splash Bros on its own does a lot of damage, so don't worry if you don't really feel confident enough to use the advanced version right now. How many of those has he got in there?
I don't think we want to ask that question, especially considering what I know about this boss.
True. To be fair, all that really happens if you allow him to jump on the platform is he gets a bit of extra height, and it makes it harder to dodge the projectiles. I think they come out faster. Otherwise, you could just stand to pile on him with Bros attacks, and it wouldn't really make that much of a difference.
Yeah, you'll notice even if you miss with certain Bros attacks, you'll still be able to do damage. You just want to make sure you land those commands every time in order to get the most out of the attack.
I think it takes roughly about 2 normal attacks to break that stone block, but if you do a Bros attack, it pretty much does enough damage to break it instantly.
There we go. No, I'm standing back up tall now. I got my spine back in order.
The confidence. It flows through me. It's palpable.
All of this sugar is bound to help and not cause problems later on.
What was it in Paper Mario? Was it syrup as well?
I think it was, yeah. Oh, did you figure out another advance?
Yeah, I got these early.
Nice. It usually does not happen that way for me, but again, the more you use Brothers attacks, the quicker you'll get them.
Yeah, I think it's based on how many times you do it. Splash Bros, maybe 10 to 20. I think the Bounce Bros one is a bit smaller in terms of what you need to do to get it.
Now, he should almost be done.
Nope, just gonna spit up this again.
Again, not knowing where those from, but I really don't want to know considering what I know about this boss.
Good old diabetes.
So you're just carrying some Go-Gurt for a battle? Go-Gurt! It's for everyone on the go!
Breaking this because it sickens me, no other reason.
You'll notice up at the top of the screen, you can see a little bit of their shoe doing some hanging time when they're doing the Brothers attack. Breaks the immersion a little bit, I'm sorry, guys.
Well, we can see a castle in the background. I wonder what that's about, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. You can actually see that when you were going up the mountain. Oh, there he goes.
Bit traumatic when he explodes, to be honest. I feel kind of bad.
Well, it's okay. We're just saving the day.
Alright, what am I going to go for now? Oh, health. That won't backfire on me.
You're just going past Tom, you fucking idiot. What are you doing?
Man, it should be mandatory that you get a level up after taking out a boss, because it feels so good.
Or at least some kind of bonus. I hope I get lots of BP. Yay!
Luigi wins!
For once!
Oh. Karmic transformation? Huh. Ah, my eyes!
I love this guy. He's easily one of my favorite characters in this game.
One of the reasons I want there to be a Mario Warriors, like there was at Hyrule Warriors, is just so we can have Prince Priestley in there and have that be his ultimate attack.
I have to say, I'm really surprised at how useful Prince Peasley is throughout this game. I thought he was just going to be a joke character.
Yeah, a bit of a fop, yeah.
But he contributes a ton to actually resolving the main problem. So he's useful and he's funny, which is a good combination.
And he's respectful towards Mario and Luigi as well, which is really nice because Luigi could... I can't say any more, Hell Dragon, you have to fill the rest of the commentary, but my point was he treats Luigi with respect, whereas not a lot of other NPCs do. Oh god, I hope my eyesight comes back after this part.
Oh no, he's got a Wii balance board, that's how he gets around.
Can you describe what's happening on screen, please?
Basically, he's just setting up that he was the one who got transformed into that monster we fought, and yes, that means he was spitting up eggs from God knows where, do not think about it, but now the main thing is to get back to the Bean Kingdom Castle proper and fill in Queen Bean on what's going on.
Okay, we have a purpose, nay, we have a mission. Oh yeah, Luigi's going to prom. Oh, okay, so it's like an entry card of sorts. Rose, pretty. Ah! You know what? I'm just going to do these commentaries blind from now on. It brings a whole new meaning to the term, I guess. Alright, guys, we'll see you next time for some more, hopefully not Prince Peasley shenanigans.